The call came while I was standing in the hallway outside the courtroom. My lawyer's voice was low, careful, the way people speak when they already know the ending. She wants the mansion, the cars, everything. A pause. Everything except your son. I stared at the exit sign, red, flickering, like it was struggling to stay alive. I didn't answer right away. I felt something detach inside me. Not pain, weight. Behind the glass doors, she laughed with her attorney, a bright sound, practiced. She looked at me once, just once, like she was checking to see if I was already dead. My family crowded around, urgent whispers. Fight, don't do this, you're being emotional. They were wrong. I wasn't emotional. I was finished calculating. I'll give it to her, I said. All of it. My lawyer stared at me like I'd confessed to a crime. My brother grabbed my arm. I gently pulled away. Inside, the storm was deafening, but my face stayed calm, empty, controlled. Across the room, my wife smiled again. She thought this was mercy. She didn't know I'd already won. It hadn't started with screaming or tears. It started with silence, her phone face down, late nights with excuses that didn't need explaining, because she assumed I wouldn't ask. I told myself it was stress. I told myself I was paranoid. Then came the sentence that cracked everything. I need space, she said one night. Not from us, just space. She didn't look at me when she said it. She looked past me, like I was already furniture. I began noticing the gaps, the way she stopped saying our son's name, the way she corrected him when he called me first. And then the paperwork, a draft divorce filing left open on her tablet. I wasn't meant to see it, but there it was, clean, precise. Primary custody, me. Assets, her. She didn't want the child. That was the part that didn't fit. No mother just gives that away, unless the child is inconvenient or dangerous. Something inside me went very still. I didn't confront her. I didn't ask questions. I started listening. I moved through the house like a ghost, smiling, nodding, playing my part. At night, I sat in the dark with my thoughts, replaying moments I'd ignored. The friend who called too late, the sudden change in passwords, the way our son's school paperwork always came back altered, names corrected, lines crossed out. I ordered the test quietly, not because I doubted him, because I doubted her. While I waited, I pulled records, property titles, business ledgers. I followed money the way surgeons follow veins. That's when I saw it. Everything she wanted was hollow, mortgaged, leveraged, drowning in debt. Everything that mattered, the patents, the trust, the accounts, were structured around one condition: custody. I kept my voice even at dinner. I kissed her cheek goodbye every morning. Inside, the clock was ticking. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday. I opened it alone. I read it once, then again. Then I sat down. He was mine, biologically, undeniably. I didn't feel relief. I felt confirmation. That night, I slid a folder across the table to her. No anger, no questions. She flipped through it, stopped. Her hands began to shake. "You tested him?" she whispered. I met her eyes for the first time in weeks. "I tested you," I said. She cried. Not for us, not for the child, for herself. I stood up before she could speak again. The hearing was already scheduled. In court, I gave her everything. The judge raised an eyebrow. Her lawyer smiled. I signed, initialed, handed over the keys. She looked radiant. Then the judge cleared his throat. "Custody to the father," he said, as requested. Her lawyer went pale, because custody triggered the trust, and custody transferred control, and control collapsed the debt onto her. She tried to speak. Her attorney couldn't. I didn't look at her. I looked straight ahead. I walked out with my son holding my hand. The mansion was hers. So were the cars. The silence belonged to me. I didn't feel victorious. I felt free. Some people think revenge is loud. They're wrong.
It's quiet and final.